I was on the first season of The Biggest Loser down to the final 20, so I didn't get on air. But I was down, and now when was the first season of Biggest Loser? 5, 6 years ago? That's how long I was talking and talk, saying, oh, I'm going to lose weight. Then when I didn't get on TV, I said, I'll just do it myself, damn it. I'll be right. I don't need the TV show. I'm going to be 100 kilos by Christmas. Damn, I'm so embarrassed. I think 400 people left and I'm showing that. For years I was talking about a game. Some of you guys who were at the REIQ, who put your hands up. Remember I used to drink the green drink and say I'm going to be 100 kilos by Christmas? Some of you guys at the REIQ remember that? I talked about a game than I lived. John said it before. You want to lose weight? Eat less and exercise. Did I know that that's how you lose weight? Of course I did. I knew exactly how to be 100 kilos by Christmas, but I talked a better game than I lived. All right, the hard work's done. You guys are all here. Can I just go home now? Man, welcome, guys. Thanks for coming. This is what we're here to do. The only way I was ever going to get on a stage with John McGrath, Matt Steinwade and Chris Gilmore is if I run the event. So if there's a lesson for you speakers, you want to have a bill with a lineup where you share a stage with legends of the industry like this, put on an event. This was the only way I was going to get there. So thanks for having me, thanks for embracing us, and really from what I've seen, I've been in real estate since 2000, this is the largest event in Queensland real estate. Yeah, Remax conventions and stuff get more numbers, but this is the largest public one for sales event in Queensland history, and we will hold that record for precisely 3 months till Arik gets quadruple this amount on the Gold Coast in the middle of the year in May. If you're a big fan of The Secret, I'm all for it. I've read it and I've watched the DVD, but if you're just going to perpetuate a myth that you can think about it, feel the feelings, think about it and think the thoughts and good stuff's going to happen to you, then my talk ain't for you. Rogue hypnotist teaches real estate agents forbidden secrets. That got their attention.
Well, if you've ever thought dealing with real estate agents is tricky, you ain't seen nothing yet. When times are tough and the market is down, salesmen will do just about anything to help seal the deal. But even we were surprised to hear of the latest tactic to sell a house, hypnosis.
Hypnotic selling is using the fact that people have patterns of behaviour in order to get an outcome for a mutually beneficial outcome.
Glenn Twiddle wants you to look into his eyes and listen carefully to his voice.
That got me some flack. Hypnotising people and you're manipulating people. That got me some flack. The fact is, every marketing piece you are ever given is trying to manipulate you to do something. Alex, what are you after in the ideal real estate agent? And I put a big frame around my head. That's me. But I'm whispering it to her unconscious. That's me, by the way. That's me. That's what hypnotic selling is. And some people call it NLP, some people call it sales psychology. Doesn't matter what it is. I've heard also saying back to basics. Now, is Greg Vincent still in the room? Greg Vincent wrote a kick-butt article saying why going back to basics is going backwards. I think to hell with going back to basics, I'm with Greg. Basics are what got you into this mess. Incestuous marketing, what that means is you look at what your competitor's doing, and remember 8 out of 10 leaving the first year, 9 out of 10 the second year. So you've got an 8 or a 9 out of 10 chance that if you're looking at your competitor's marketing, you're looking at someone who's either a ranked rookie or going broke. If you think about it, talk about it, visualise it and all that stuff, and then get off your butt and do something about it with the right code, I'm all for it. But do you see how The Secret leaves out that bit about work?
Hey everyone, here I am. I'm Matt Steinwade. Here I am at the Heavy Artillery Conference. It's sensational. Glenn Twiddle put it on. Just want to say Glenn is 10 out of 10. He's always on the job. Constantly, I know all of his coaching clients have sensational success. If you're thinking about using him, just pick up the phone and use him.
G'day folks, Glenn Twiddle here. Just wanted to touch base, follow up after the Heavy Artillery event, say g'day, and really thank you and congratulate you for joining us for that day. I know we had a blast putting it on, and from the feedback I got, boy oh boy, there was at least 100 messages from people in SMS, MMS, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube videos, you name it, emails, voicemails, a whole bunch of people saying that it was the best event they've ever been to. And of course we only had a day to cram it in, and we had a few people at the back of the room and a whole bunch in the emails after saying, how can we get involved in what it is you're doing, you know, seeing the success stories that we've made, like Chris Gilmore, our first speaker, what it is that, you know, that we did with them in order to create some of these success stories. So really I put these PowerPoints together just sort of give you an idea of how we can do it in an affordable way for you, you know, because really I pretty much don't have any more time for $2,000 a month clients like All Properties Group, Chris Gilmore and others like them. So I wanted to put together a couple of ways that you can get involved, but at a fraction of the cost, because I really don't have time to be in your office and tell you these things face to face, but this makes it more affordable for you. So option A is my full 24 CD and DVD system. Now, this is the system that really, even without my help for Chris's first year, he used a bunch of things from this system in order to put together his career. And it was only after he was in the middle of his second year, which ended up being an $880,000 year, that we started doing some stuff face-to-face. You know, because he found my stuff, this system, much of it was on eBay, and he picked it up on some of it on eBay. Then he got the full system after that and built a multiple six-figure business. So, you know, it involves a bunch of things like negotiation, getting you right, some mind stuff, some of the marketing stuff that no one knows, a manual about what to do day by day, step by step for 10 weeks, and even reprint rights that you only have to get one and you can get them copied for future team members. So, you know, it's put together some kick-butt agents, this system, over the years. Many of them #1 in their area, many of them award-winning, and including, of course, Chris Gilmore, Zach McCarty, #1 in Rain and Horn, Susie Niemeyer, #1 out in Ipswich. A whole bunch of top agents have used this system, and it used to be worth. I used to charge $3,000 for it, $2,997. So again, for today, and when I say today, I meant the other day, because I was maybe going to do this offer then, but as you saw, didn't have time. So $1,000 if you were interested in just the CDs and the DVDs, and again, it's well worth it, given that others paid $3,000 for it. But remember when I said about the family not wanting to let me get much busier than I am now? Well, this was the thing I put together so that I can give you really what the guys like the Chris get, the $2,000 a month clients get, but in a way that you can do it for really 1/10 of that cost. So I was told that you guys wanted just me for 2 days so that we could actually get into the nitty-gritty of what I was talking about, systemizing your business and putting together what I call a well-systemized real estate business. Systemizing it so that it's no longer at the whim of how you feel on a given day, but systems take the place so that just appraisals come into your inbox every single day. So first thing is, we're going to do this nice and easily. Then it's going to be very easy for you to say yes, because step 1 is free, and what it's going to do is it's a business audit that's going to show you and really show me what holes are currently in your system. This is exactly what I do before I take on a full client. Is before I'm going to charge anyone 24 grand for the year, 2 grand a month, I'm going to make sure I can make a difference. So similarly for yourself, where I've got a system where you can just pay really very, very affordable to get all the same stuff. It's just that all you're going to be missing is me in your office telling you this. And for some of my clients, that's going to be a bonus. That's something you should want. But that audit, what it does is it sees what holes you've currently got in your system. So it's an 8-page audit, takes about 20-25 minutes. It lets me see if I can make a difference for you. And only will we agree for you to come along to this 2-day event that I'm going to do if I agree that I can help, and you agree, of course, that you see the ways that I'm going to be able to help you. So it's an invaluable tool even if you don't end up coming. So what I'd suggest you do is email me with, say, audit request in the inbox, and I'll get you this audit. It's an invaluable tool even if you don't come. But what we're going to cover in that is how to systemize those elements that #1 agents have in common. First one, I'm going to show you and extrapolate on getting a well-programmed mindset. Possibly even bring in an expert in that as well, but if not, I'll give you my 2 bobs on it. Secondly, and there's the bit that I pride myself on, magnetic marketing is showing you how to be a better marketer of the services of a real estate agent than you are at doing the negotiating and all that stuff. You know, I need to get you some listing opportunities, and this is probably the forefront of my skill set. Now these are the different media that we use to do that. Different things online with internet, things like greeting cards, automated, voice broadcast, which is really telemarketing, but by robot, in that you don't do it. Automating your sales letters, tear sheets, evening seminars, all these different things we go through in great detail. And the end result of this is a trickling, filtering through of listing opportunities every single month. And half of it's on autopilot, so you don't even have to make the nasty cold calls anymore. This is an example, of course, of one of those media, which is the tear sheet that we show, where I interview you. We do an article about you, which is what, I don't know if this arrow is going to come up, but what this here is, that's an article about you with a call to action for a free copy of your report, entitled, how to sell quickly and easily. Visit this website, call this phone number. And because people read articles, people don't see this Harvey Norman ad. People don't respond to that, and they didn't buy the paper to see a Harvey Norman ad. They bought a paper to read an article about you. So this is just one of the multitude of media that I'm going to give you templates for, and proven winners already, which this is one of them, so that you can get your marketing out there. This is the back of the tear sheet, of course, because if it's going to be looking like a newspaper, and in fact it is, it's my newsletter, Agent Matters, then it's got to have articles and things on the back. So remembering back to when I said in my talk that an editorial or a story gets read 22 times more than an ad. So why do you make your ads look like ads? Make them look like stories. And we do that both in the print media like that. We even do it in DVDs with video. So really cool stuff we're going to go through. Weapons of first impression we're going to go through with precise, proven, best practice scripts for your opens and your pre-listing kits as well. A list of my suppliers so you can get all the stuff as cheap as you can possibly get it. You'll save your money in just the savings from my suppliers, so that instead of paying $8 for a pre-listing kit, you end up paying $3. So templates for your blow your client away pre-listing kit. We've got all that pre-written for you. Power presenting. So if you don't already have a listing presentation that's converting at 8 out of 10 or better, we'll either start you one from scratch and you can have mine, or we'll convert yours and tweak it so that it starts performing at 8 or 10 out of better. So rapport, again, part of the tools we go through, and this is rapport building that actually works, so you're not seen as being false-faced. Oh, gee, your house looks lovely. Well, they don't believe that, but I'm going to show you about rapport building that works. Never get an objection again, and if ever you do, how to deal with it every single time in order to leave with a listing agreement at whatever your office's fee is, and leaving with full 100% seller paid advertising every single time. Many of my clients are getting seller paid advertising budgets on every single listing. So the next thing is surgically precise negotiations, how to really demonstrate your value. Because in fact, really, until you can do this well, you're not worth your commission. So we need to go through this in great detail. One of the things, the first bullet point there, getting buyers and sellers in sync. I give absolute credit to my man Mark Dwyer for that one. Great trainer in these things. Scripts for almost every situation from all of the best trainers that I've ever studied, and using negotiation prowess in order to get referrals and future business from both buyers and sellers. Having two raving fans at the end of your negotiations that will both want to refer their friends to you. And even a little bit on hypnotic selling skills in your negotiation. We cover off on all of that. The next thing we go into great detail on is autopilot systems. What things you can automate, like of course internet, getting Google so that you're at the top of Google. That's definitely an autopilot system. That's a salesperson that is there for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, your Google presence. So we go through getting you to the top of Google. Email autoresponders, automated greeting cards, voice broadcasts, which is telemarketing by robot, as I said before, sales letters, lead gen ads, all of this stuff, 1-800 numbers, newsletters, all this stuff we get on autopilot. Twitter, Facebook. Again, I don't recommend automating Facebook as heavily. I recommend you stay person to person on that. Search engines, video, eBay, everything we go through, online, offline, automation. And then we go through influence and persuasion mastery with whatever time we have left. But if we don't have time to get through it, I did a 2-day training with once only with David Kennedy. It was me and him where we did a hypnotic selling, what we called an advanced hypnotic selling workshop. And if we don't get time to get through all of that, because I want to be thorough on the other stuff, I will get through this if we get time. But if not, you get a copy of those recordings, that once only event where we went through subliminal rapport building, really cool stuff, some anchoring and other sneaky stuff, embedded language commands with scripts we already composed. Basically how to affect the imagination of your prospects and how to seduce and persuade your clients and customers using your written words and your spoken words, but retaining integrity. And that's the important part. Plus, with this offer, you get a lifetime coaching access from me. Essentially what you get is, and we've been doing this now for about a year and they're really, really well received, is every month, once a month, you get all this other stuff recorded and then you get a 2-day seminar, but I don't drop you at the end of that 2-day seminar. I hate that. So every month we jump on a web training where we follow up, and if you're having a trouble implementing any of the stuff we talk about, because that other thing is an implementation workshop. So if you're having any dramas implementing any of this stuff, we jump on these webinars, 7 o'clock on a Thursday night once a month, and you tell me the problems you're having implemented and I fix it for you. And some of the guests we've had just on these coaching calls that are for clients, inner circle clients only, we've had Matt Steinway, Aaron Shiner, Mark Dwyer, Chris Gilmore jumps in all the time, Edgar Natalo and Zach McCarty are all very, very regulars at it, all #1 earners. So it's a real brains trust of people who have done before you what you want to do. So you get lifetime access to that. I'm not going to ditch you ever. Just keep coming until you've got the career you want. And a bonus that I'm going to throw in for you guys is that thing. Remember when I mentioned about business cards and the ultimate business card, how they don't look like that, but a good business card might look like that. So templates for your ultimate business card. Now, it's not going to have WrestleMania on it, of course. It's going to have all cool stuff about you. Maybe something like that. Testimonial on the front. Maybe a copy of, you know, the title might be How to Sell Your Home Quickly and Easily or something. You know, and then the CD, the disc, I've got templates for all this stuff. We just Photoshop you know, Sean or me or whatever out, Photoshop you in. And I'll also interview you and record you so that you can put something on that. So I'll be there saying something like I do for my coaching clients, and we showed some examples on the day. You know, g'day Mark, how are you going today? You know, thanks for letting me interview you, and I top and tail it so it sounds like either a radio interview or even a TV show, depending on whether you can get in. If you get in front of me, we'll film it, so you get a DVD of this, and I'll interview you and ask you, so Mark, how is it? What should one of my listeners be doing in order to get you know, the high price for their seller? How should they choose a real estate agent? And of course, your answers, you tell me and you describe exactly what you do. And then you give that away for your clients as your business card. It's a pretty cool little strategy. And that's the back cover of it, of course, where we take me out and we put you in. Okay, now, I don't know if this video is going to work, but this is what that video that I showed you at the event. In Real Estate Experts. I'm here today with Christine Rudolph from the inner city Brisbane area, and like always I'm going to grill. Okay, so I go on there to say, you know, I don't know if you could hear that or even see that video, but basically it was me interviewing one of my clients, and it does look great, of course, on the DVD, where me interviewing her, asking her, how the hell do you sell for top dollar? How is it? So it's positioning her as the expert in her area. It's a great tool. So this is the first time I've done this 2-day training with all these bonuses and things, and I thought what would be a fair price tag, and I thought, well, given that it's going to result in 20-odd list and sells above what you're already doing for the year, that surely you could, you know, I thought $5,000, you know, the first list and sell I get, and then you guys get all the bonus. But I thought, you know, for this event, I wanted to make it really, really affordable. So I thought, okay, if it's 1997, so $2,000 up front, or if payments make it easier, 6 by 389, if that makes it easier for you, then I'm happy to finance you in on that. But look, I don't want the money to stop you. So hell, if it's got to be, you know, if you wanted to make it 12 payments of $199, you know, just bring the cost down to whatever really you need in order to make it palatable, because I know, I promise you, this is the key, this is the magic pill that you've been looking for that'll unlock, you know, the successes, so long as all you have to do is implement. That's the only provider. If you just put this on a shelf and it sits there and does nothing, then it will do nothing. But if you implement this stuff, this will be the best return on investment that you've ever had in real estate. So what now? Don't worry about this form. This was the form I was going to give you on the day, but I never did. So I'm going to get you to email me at the end of this, because, you know, you guys asked for a 2-day with me, no holds barred, so I've given it to you. So 1997, 6 by 389, or whatever you need to do, 12 by 199. Hell, I'll do 24 times 99 if that's what you need to do if you're, you know, really struggling. So but it doesn't, you're not allowed to give me any money yet. You've got to apply in that you've got to get this audit from me. So you need you to send me an email with the business audit request in the subject line, and we'll see. Current clients still apply, because you're going to get credit from everything you've spent with me towards this from what you've already spent with me. So please still apply if you want to come to the 2-day. And I'm going to throw in for free that my 24 CD DVD system, the thing that, as we said, in years gone past, various incarnations of this has created some of the best real estate agents in southeast Queensland. I'm going to throw that full system in, for free. So, and I'll also give you a copy of the 2-day thing that we're going to do at the end of March. If you can't make it, or if you would like a copy for your reference, I'm going to throw that in for you as well, because there's nothing worse than saying we went through all this content, it was all great, but I can't remember any of it. So you're certainly going to get follow-up in the form of a copy of the 2 days. And also remember, you got lifetime coaching for those implementation Thursday night webinars. So it really is a no-brainer value. It's a very real 10 odd grand worth of value. You know, the system has sold for $2,997. The Ultimate Business Card system is easily worth $1,500, including the training and the interview of me interviewing you. The coaching webinars for life have got to be worth a couple of grand, you know, given that they go for normally 2 odd, 3 odd, 4 odd hours in some cases. And the 2-day workshop at $3 grand. So it's a very real $9 grand worth of value, and like we said, you know, $1,997 or pay it off. You know, if that helps you, it's a little bit cheaper, of course, to pay it in one hit. This is one of my guys that probably about 18 months ago, maybe a bit longer, I had my first ever $2,000 a head workshop, and look, it was met with rave reviews from Chad and Lisa, who have 50% market share at Bribey Island. Lisa's in fact about to run for politics. She's done so well there, and there was Style Estate Agents, there was All Properties Group, of course, they came from this, a bunch of people, but this is just what one of the guys had to say.
I paid $2 grand. That's probably, I think I got the best deal in relation to getting the things out that I needed to get. Go and spend time with Glenn. You won't be unhappy that you did.
So that was Sean. I don't know if you could hear that well, but Sean was saying he spent $2 grand and he got the best deal, and certainly, you know, it pays for itself in one listing. So, you know, so again, and the guarantees, look, just come for day one. In fact, come for the whole thing. And if you don't think it was the best investment you've made in your real estate training, you tell me, you pay nothing and you keep the training for yourself. So implement the rest yourself without all the implementation help from me, of course, you know. But that's how much I'm confident in this. So it's you know, no questions asked. It's a 100% money back guarantee. Keep the audit and all the bonuses no matter what. And if you use the system for a year, this is where I'm either crazy or confident, and I'm not crazy. If you don't make 100 grand as a result of this stuff, I'll send you a check for 6. All I ask, that's triple your money back guarantee. And if you're paying it off, you won't have even paid for it by that stage. I'll give you $6,000 if you don't generate at least 100 grand. All I ask is that you do it. All I ask is that you implement, because if you implement, you cannot fail. This is formularized, remember, based on what #1 agents across the country do. You can't miss by doing this stuff. But, you know, if this helps you to take the risk, put all the risk on my shoulders. Use it, don't generate 100 grand plus, I'll send you a check for 6 grand. So really, that's my offer if you'd like to get involved. What I'm offering within that is basically everything that my $2 grand a month clients get, and you pay that for the year. And you know, bring it down to $199 a month if you like. But first step, email me with business audit request or audit request or something in the email to glenn@glenntwiddle.com.au. So fill out that audit, show me what holes you've got in your system, then I'll know whether you should be coming to this or whether you've already got it sussed. But I do suspect that no matter where you are, you'll end up benefiting greatly from this, and if you are at all struggling, then I promise you, I will get you out of that struggle over the next 12 months. So I'm Glenn Twiddle. I'm going to sign off from here. Just shoot me an email to glenn@glenntwiddle.com.au. Google me, you'll find me. Send me an email and tell me that you'd like to at least explore the opportunity of spending the next year with me. Bye for now.